Really? Yeah, that's what we're doing right now.
Yeah, I gotta get ready for this. This is, so I don't get like cotton mouth.
This show's gonna suck.
Ready.
Name's Tyree Morrow. I'm one of the lead animators over at Creative Overdose Studios and the president, co-founder of Creative Overdose Studios. Me, Creative Overdose is just a group of people that are creative and just filled with creativity, man. We came up with this idea for having a studio like our junior year in college. And so we kind of mapped out how we wanted to do things. We didn't know exactly what we wanted to do. We just knew that we wanted to start an animation company. I know I wanted to do short animation films. And they were on board with it too. And we just kind of hashed everything out in our apartment on our living room floor. That's pretty much how we came up with the concept of Creative Overdose. And we had a bunch of names before we came up with Creative Overdose. So what ended up happening is we kept doing our research and just was talking to a couple of our professors at school our senior year, and we had a business and animation class where you would come up with a business name and just kind of figure out what you want to do with animation. And so when we presented it to our professor, he was like, that's a really good idea. And we told him what we wanted to do, which was like graphic design, web design, video production, animation, all these other things. And he told us what we would be, which would be a turnkey company. And right when he, congratulated us, we passed the class, and right when he told us that we did a good job and had a really good idea and that we should do it, he said, you guys would be my competitor. And he said it'd be friendly competition because he did short films and he also did some graphic design work, some projects on the side too. It's just that we would have been doing a little bit more than him, which would be like the web design and production and motion graphics and stuff like that. Draw and do your research if you want to go into animation. There is no shortcut. Do the work. It's fun. You might do it as a hobby, but understand that it's still work. There's no shortcut. Like, you can't just draw one day, draw every once in a while. It's like, no, there's so many things you have to learn. Anatomy, shape language. Just draw and do your research. Talk to people in the field. And figure out what type of animation you want to do. I mean, you might not want to do character animation. You might want to do effects animation. You might want to do 3D animation. You might want to do motion graphics. There's so many different parts of the animation industry that you can get into. You might just want to do layouts. You might want to do storyboarding. I mean, all that stuff. When you say animation, those are things that people don't think about, the whole process of making the animation. So I would say do your research, figure out exactly what you want to do in animation, and then study that, talk to people that are doing what you want to do. And no matter what, even if it's 3D, you have to draw. So draw all the time, every day, no matter what, and have fun with it. Have fun with it.